Everyone, welcome to a victory edition. Chargers post game. I mean, unbelievable. Chargers win 34-27 over the Broncos. I think all three of us picked win, but in reality, all of us texted each other before the game and said, no chance. All of us are like, this does not feel good. The way the game started didn't feel good. And you're going, where's this Charger team? Have we run out of gas? And I say we because right now we're happy as hell. And so this is it. Chargers win 34-27 and 9-6 on the season. They sweep the Broncos. I think, Josh, you said it at the beginning of the year. We never sweep the Broncos. So to sit here and get a win and beat Sean Payton and those Broncos and Justin Herbert and so many things that look great in the second half because this team doesn't look great in the third quarter normally, man, I'm on cloud nine, and I know you guys are too. Josh, while you're going to light up a victory cigar.
Dude, I actually picked a loss. I'm guilty as charged. I picked a loss a couple of days ago when we did our picks, and I'm so happy right now, Mario. This is my favorite win of the season so far. I hate the Chiefs. I hate the Raiders. I really hate the Broncos. It goes back to the whole Ed Hockley situation. The Broncos fans are annoying. I don't like anything about Denver. I want to punch Bo Nix in the face. Sean Payton gets on my nerves. We were down in this game. We came back. It was awesome. It was awesome. I thought for sure it was over in the first half. I thought this game was done because you're like, if we suck in the first half, we're even worse in the second half typically. But it was reverse. I mean, we were great. The defense showed up. I'm so happy right now, Mario.
I could be more pumped. Big goal accomplished tonight, right, guys? We mentioned it all offseason. We got to sweep the Broncos. We're a more talented team. We have to do it. And guess what? F you, Sean Payton. We freaking did it. Shove that up, but you know what, baby? Come on now. Like that, the way they did it too, it was amazing. They fought over adversity. That's something that we haven't seen the past 2 years, right? Like this team was always down and out. If anything, guys, they're the team that gets the adversity, overcame on them by other teams, right? Like this is like their, point in the season where they know that they're a good team, and it's because they know they're a good team because they just beat the Chargers by a comeback. So amazing win. Justin Herbert, Dave. I mean, my Lord, was he just everything for the Chargers tonight?
Dude, everything. And it's funny how, you get to the point, you lose a couple games, people call you out. People who don't even follow Charger football call you out. People that are Denver Bronco fans, you guys jump on here. Hey, F you, Ryan Fitzpatrick. F you. F you, Ricky Nattil. F you, Carl Mecklenburg. F you, John Elway. All you guys. Anyone who ever rooted for the Broncos, F all of you guys. Chargers win today. They swept your team. We're now 9-6 on the season. We're in a better position than you are heading into the playoffs. And I said it. I didn't jinx anything. This team's going to the playoffs. This team's going to finish with the Patriots and the Raiders. You guys have to finish with the Bengals and the Chiefs. You guys stress out. We don't stress out. The guy with the dumb barrel that can't even sit down in his seat, that dumb Denver Bronco fan, if you're still alive, F you too. I'm on cloud nine, man. This team's winning. We're rolling, and we're going to continue to win the next 2 games heading into the postseason. That's it. Everybody pull out a victory cigar. Everybody in the club getting tips.
Hey, one of my favorite things about the game, I just realized right now, was Ryan Fitzpatrick was there. He's on the Amazon broadcast team. Great. Right there in person, talking crap, eats his own words. I don't even know where to start, Mario. Justin Herbert, like you said, was great. I think the best version of Justin Herbert is when he uses his legs to extend plays. And we saw that today. He made the plays with his legs when he needed to, and he didn't take unnecessary shots. The one time he did take a little bit of an unnecessary shot, there's a penalty for it. I think the game was not over, but when he made the play to Darius Davis where he's running on his left and throws the wheel route to Darius Davis, which is an insane play. Like, I don't know how many people on planet Earth can make that play. And then you got Josh Palmer with the catch of the year right after that on the 2-point conversion. All the momentum was on the Chargers side, and they just rode that wave to the end of the game. The defense was great. I mean, that play, it's amazing what a couple plays can do for an entire team, right? I think the kick at the end of the first half was a great way to go into the half with the 57-yard field goal. And then the play to Darius Davis and the catch by Josh Palmer, Mario. I mean, it just did wonders for the team.
The throw to Darius Davis did something to me in my pants, guys. I mean, that was a hell of a throw.
Because you love that guy. You love that guy.
I love that guy. Love him. Love him to death. And, I mean, it was just off one foot, getting tackled, throwing, the other way, and it's just a dot. Like, it's not even like Darius Davis had to adjust for the football, had to go make a play. It was like, no, it's right in the breadbasket. That's what makes Herbert a top 5 quarterback. And I literally had it in my notes, guys, like at halftime, right before the kick. I was like, is this going to be one of Herbert's worst games? Like, is this going to be a game where, we come on the show going, God, really going to be hard to argue for Herbert? Not at all. Social media is screaming about Herbert. Everyone's loving him. Everyone's on their knees. And I would join him. I mean, my God, the guy deserves it. Dave, God Christ. Him too. Happy birthday.
Look, hey, real quick, I left one out. F you, Sean Payton. Let me tell you something here about that drove me a little crazy. All right. Sean Payton, when they said, hey, how about that free kick? Well, it hasn't been done since 1976. And he still says, well, that was hurt us. That penalty hurt us. That put him in a position for a free kick. And he ran a little tiny ass back to the locker room. That's all you do. You don't go, we practice that. Don't give me that garbage. You practice that. That's like the person that always says, I know, after you tell them something they obviously didn't know. What do you mean you practice that? You practice the other team getting a free kick and not being able to return it or block it? Are you that dumb? What are you talking about? You practice that. Oh, I know that. We practice that. No, you don't. There's no point in practicing that. There's nothing you can do, dummy. The guy can't be wrong. The guy in his little Napoleon complex drives me crazy. I'm glad he's getting on that bus with a little booster seat, sitting there looking out the window, wondering what could have been. Chargers win this damn game, man. They own your ass. And that's the way it goes. So it's the Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos in that order this year. That's the way it goes. We have the momentum. Right now, they're going back to Denver and they're checking themselves of what are we? They had that game in check. We've been on the other end. We've been in those situations, but tonight wasn't that night. Tonight's the night that we're the ones we're wearing the horns. And we're sitting there saying we're the better team. And we are the team that will finish ahead of the Broncos this year. So Sean Payton and anyone else on Denver, or the people that say, hey, which Oregon quarterback wore number 10 would get his number retired at the University of Oregon first? Is it going to be Bo Nix or is it going to be Justin Herbert because they wear the same jersey? It's Justin Herbert. He's the better player. Don't give me this Bo Nix stuff. Guy's still a rookie. Show Justin some respect, damn it.
Dude, the running back by committee, Mario, is something else I wanted to talk about. Holy hell, it was not on my bingo card that Gus Edwards was going to have a great game. Vidal has a great game. Haskins has a great game. What's more surprising to you? Justin Herbert was sacked only twice against the team that sacks the quarterback the most, or the running back by committee who averaged 4.2 yards a carry? Our boy Gus Edwards, 4.9 yards a carry.
Oh, man. I honestly think it was because the run game that surprised me the most, because with the sacks, let's face it, a lot of those was Herbert just making a freaking play. That was just Herbert escaping the pocket, making a run. I mean, one of the biggest runs that he had was on that 3rd and 10, and he runs and gets the first down, and we're up 3, and eventually that leads to a big Gus Edwards run. And then, once again, escapes the pocket, extends the play. We talked about this last show, guys. That was my biggest takeaway of the day. Justin Herbert's extending the play was amazing tonight. He did it on 3 different occasions that ended up being huge. Like the run I just mentioned, the one where he sneaks it to the running back, he makes for a touchdown. Escaping his name right now. Sorry about that, buddy. And then the Darius Davis where he throws it off 1 foot and just it's a dot in the end zone. I mean, he did that constantly tonight, and that's something that we all thought was missing. That's something that we thought that's what makes Josh Allen, and him, Justin Herbert. Boy, do you step up in many different ways. But the run game, I'll give a lot of credit to, Dave. I mean, they stepped up tonight. Gus Edwards played good. Vidal, I actually thought, played pretty solid, too. He was a big guy, mentioned in gambling all today. Tough day for the Sharps. They're all on the Broncos. Ooh, that's a tough one. But yeah, the run game, Dave, to me was very, very good.
All right, so look, hats off to Greg Roman. Can you believe that? We're going to throw a compliment his way. You know, we wondered the other day, what do you do? Like, honestly,
I got some boards for him too, though. I got some. Yeah.
I'm going to give a compliment here. Okay, a couple of different directions. One is how do you protect Justin? Some people said just sit him before the game. How do you protect him? How do you establish the run? The way what they do is they basically write up the first 15 plays of the game. The way it started off 3 and out was kind of disappointing, but at the same time, you could tell this was going to be a game where Justin Herbert wasn't going to be hurt by what they were trying to do. And, Josh and I talked about blocking schemes. I know he'll get more into that as well. How things changed a little bit today, but it was either establishing the run or the quick passes on the side, basically not to leave Justin Herbert sitting there as a duck. That has a chance of just sitting there with no way to protect himself. So the idea was to protect number 10, and they did a great job of protecting him. At least that was the plan, and they fell behind, and you're going, well, how are they going to come back? And you started to get nervous when Denver scored on their first 3 possessions, scored touchdowns on the first 3 possessions. But Greg Roman protecting Justin Herbert and being ready to go for the remainder of the season, I think, was priority number 1. Getting the win obviously was great. This wasn't a playoff game where, it's all in. If he gets hurt, he gets hurt. You don't want a situation where he gets hurt before the playoffs begin. But hats off. And for me, a big play for the Chargers, and you can say whatever you want with a different head coach. But when QJ dropped that ball with 3:35 remaining in the game, the one that hit him square in the hands, you guys say we're too tough on him, square in the hands, and he drops it, and we're going, man, that was a big play. That was on second down, and you're going, oh, no. I mean, we as fans, we all hung our heads, right? But the players didn't. They scored a touchdown on the very next play. And I think a lot of times we would have just said, it's not our night. Just off of that. But that's not what happened at all. And the Chargers put that behind them as quick as they could. I guarantee you, most people aren't even thinking about QJ right now. But that could have easily been a different show talking about, damn, that QJ. He cannot catch a thing. He can't catch a cold. Even during flu season, can't catch a cold.
I think QJ is just proving that in the crunch time, he thinks way too hard. I mean, obviously, that's a catch that anybody can make. I don't know what goes on in his head when the game gets tough. He's just not there. I want to keep it positive for now, at least. Something that Dave and I noticed we were watching the game was the 3-and-out to start the game, right? And you're like, oh my God, it might be a long day. And then the second drive, when the Chargers looked good and they scored, they had Matlock in their blocking, they had Fisk in their blocking, they had Stone Smart, and they had Hayden Hurst. And then we moved the ball down the field. That's what we've been saying all season. The 5 linemen that we have are not enough to protect Justin Herbert. You need to throw in maybe 2 tight ends, throw in the fullback, throw Scott Matlock in there, right? You have 2 huge fullbacks that are 300 pounds. Why not use them, okay? And they did, and it was great. You don't need to go 3 wide receivers or 4 wide receivers, Mario, if you can't protect your quarterback. I love that Greg Roman put an emphasis on maybe we put less people running routes and more people in there to block Justin Herbert. I think that was the main difference in the game, not just for the passing game, but for the running game as well. We had more people in there blocking for our guys rather than having the other team tee off on them, just like the Buccaneers did a few days ago.
I'm with you. And like, if you have enough time to throw, the guy's going to get open no matter what. You know, like, time is all for the receiver. If they have time to set up the route, if they have time to maybe even adjust it and, you know, pull an audible on what they wanted to do, that all goes to the offensive favor. And even if, like, no one's open, you want to escape downfield, well, you have blockers that are just giving you all the time in the world, can create a little divide up the middle. You can just kind of take off. That works perfect, too. And we saw that done all day today. I like that adjustment made by Greg Roman, and I agree. I'm going to keep it positive before, you know, re-rip Greg a little bit. Because, you know, oh boy. I would like to also give a shout out to Derwin James, man. I thought he played a hell of a freaking game, and he stepped up in multiple different ways. I still think he should have gotten that pick. I would have given that to him. Come on now. Javonte Williams. Actually, you're a UNC guy. I like you, but you get what I mean. And then even in that drive, that shut him out, and we got the ball back, and we ended up scoring. That tackle that he made, I mean, he was everywhere and more, Dave, and it's good to see that he stepped up.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some things obviously that concern you. I mean, we talk about everything that was good and everything that was bad. You know, if you were giving game balls out today, that's what someone said. Can we give credit to Cameron Dicker? Look, man, Cameron Dicker might be the first guy ever that you like buy the kicker's jersey. Maybe in Baltimore they were buying Justin Tucker's jersey, but Cameron Dicker, I think you could say, is the best kicker the Chargers ever had. I mean, he has been clutch for this team. And how many teams sit there and wonder, do they have a guy that they're worried about at the end? For me, I don't feel that way. Again, knock on wood. We know he's missed some extra points, but man, when it comes to a big time kick, man, that guy has ice in his veins, you know? And so that kick, honestly, I think gave the Chargers a little momentum going into the half, saying we have a chance. We're within reach. It wasn't one of those where if he missed it, it would have been basically a punch to the throat. It would have hurt.
100%. And people are talking in the comments here, what was the turning point of the game? I think that right there, the free kick by Cameron Dicker to make it a 1-score game and give you some momentum, I think was the turning point of the game. You say, how can you be the turning point of the game when you're down by 8? It's because it's a one-possession game. The difference between 21-10 and 21-13, I think, is huge. Yep. The fact that the Broncos, with the self-induced penalty, and Sean Payton, like Dave said, talking about, oh, we practice this. Well, if you practice it, then why did you do it? Like, if you know the rules, why would you do that when they hit the guys trying to catch the ball? It makes no sense. Maybe you guys should practice other things because the team didn't look very good today. I thought that was definitely the difference in the game, or the turning point in the game to me was that 57-yard field goal. Did you think, Mario, that was the turning point, or was there something else that jumps out to you?
I don't know. I think that was it because it gave him like a little bit of hope, right? Like a little bit, hey, we're not really out of this game. And like you said, it changed it from a 2-touchdown game to a 1. You're like, all right, we can mess around and do something here. And like, people keep in mind, this came after Herbert throws a pick, and it was a bad pick.
Mhm.
And you're just going, oh no, like this, here it is again. This is the Chargers. This is what happens. They make mistakes. They can't close out games. In the moments you need them, they vanish. They're gone. See you, buddy. Maybe tomorrow. And that field goal kind of was a little bit of hope that, hey, there's something different about this team. And it worked out in their favor. And I think, Dave, I'm curious to know if you thought that was a turning point, and how great was it to see a Sean Payton team, I think 4 times, really shoot themselves in the foot.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, again, we have been on the other side of this before, where in the second half they completely fall apart. The Chargers turned it on, man, in the second half. I mean, this was, again, an identity game of what you are. I mean, how important is it for the Chargers, who did not look great in the first half? And again, Denver scored in the first 3 drives, but for the Chargers to rally with 21 points in the second half was big. I mean, we outscored the Broncos 21-6. I mean, you have to be wondering, how did that just happen if you're a Denver Bronco fan right now, which is our team, because those guys were as positive as can be, saying we are hitting our prime heading into the postseason. And now they have to sit there and look at that schedule and go, man, we just lost to the Chargers and gave one away, when coming up we finished the season with the Bengals and the Chiefs. Well, the Chargers finished with the Patriots and the Raiders. I like our position much better. Mario, what did you say just the other day? I do not want to go to Buffalo for our first playoff game. This right here should guarantee the Chargers will not go to Buffalo for the first playoff game.
Thank God. That's the one team I don't want to play as well. I feel like the Broncos are frauds, right? They play really good against teams that aren't. Yeah, the Broncos are frauds. They don't play good against good teams. They play good against bad teams. And this is a good example today. The Chargers, I thought, were cooked. I'm not going to lie to you, Mario. I thought the Chargers were definitely cooked when they were down by more than 10 points. And you're thinking, how the hell are we going to move the ball? And then the defense just stepped up. You mentioned Derwin James. I don't think you can mention this Chargers defense without Derwin James. How about a shout out to the San Diego kid, Tony Jefferson, second on the team in tackles. You got to scratch your head and wonder, how is Tony Jefferson not getting more playing time throughout the season? I think every single game that Tony played, dating back to the preseason when he went off against the Cowboys, he's been amazing for this team. I think Tony Jefferson is definitely a guy that should get more looks. And a guy like Dean Leonard, I think, should get more opportunities as well. I think all of us can agree we're kind of out on Jasir Taylor at the moment, unless he does something crazy in these next few games. I think Dean Leonard, Tony Jefferson, some of these other guys should get opportunities. You look what happens when guys like Troy Dye get out there and they make plays. I think if a guy's not making plays, you have enough depth on this team, which never happens, by the way, with the Chargers, where you can have guys go in and make plays for guys that are struggling. Cam Hart wasn't out there, right? We talked about the effect of Cam Hart not being on this team. How can you win without Cam Hart, the 5th-round rookie draft pick? But they did. They look great. Guys like Tony Jefferson stepped up. Derwin James was awesome. Joey Bosa, Dave's boy, even had a sack today. It was great to see the defense kind of just step up after the second half, something they've struggled with this whole season.
And, we kind of mentioned it last show. The third down stuff was really important, and because the Chargers defense just couldn't get off the field for the longest time. I believe, Broncos in that first half, they were kind of just getting anything they wanted, and they were 4 for 6 on third down. They end the game. I just had it. Gosh darn it. 6 of 14 on third down. Chargers were getting off the field. They caused the first punt since week 14 in the first half. Ow. I'm sorry, third quarter of the game. But ow, that's not very good. But hey, they were doing it today. And that's, like you said, it's just guys that are stepping up for guys that are injured. And it's huge to see. I love Tony Jefferson. I love the fire that he plays with. I thought it was very big of him. Also, that love that still, let's be honest, guys, hell of a play still. So was a penalty. I saw that the whole time. I go, wow. Punch through the TV. Other way around, I'm buying BetQL a new one. I would have been furious. That was the most clear pass interference I've ever seen. But we'll take it, baby. We'll ride home with it.
It's funny. When that play happened, by the way, we were discussing the same thing. In college, it's definitely a pass interference, because if you never turn around, they call pass interference.
Yeah, you're done.
But in the NFL, just because of kind of the face block, and I was kind of surprised they didn't call it. Like, if that was in Denver, 100%, they're throwing a flag. That they're calling it pass interference. But it felt nice to get a call our way, or a non-call our way. It just never happens for us. I mean, for that one play, it felt like we were the Chiefs. That's something that would have happened in Kansas City, and it went our way. We got one. Don't overlook this. Someone wrote it already on the side. I wanted to mention it. Bud Dupree's sack couldn't have come at a better time, by the way. I mean,
yeah.
It's just awesome. There were 2 sacks by the Chargers. Bosa had one. Look, I'm happy to have a sack, but I like to see the quarterback, when you're going to sack the guy, like, make it hurt. That was the softest sack I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it looked like he was bringing a 2-year-old kid to the ground to make sure he was okay, just resting him in his bed. Dude, make it hurt. I want Bo Nix to know you just got hit by a ton of bricks. Bud Dupree, great play as well, though, man. That was big at the time. Joey Bosa's, I don't know what everybody thinks here, and again, this will come off negative. I just don't think there's a lot left in the tank. Kirk Herbstreit loves him because they're both Ohio State guys. There's just not a lot there. He's not elite.
But he can
Our
show
pass
up when
rush
you need him.
stinks.
But he can show up when you need him if you play him right.
I think they forget he's there because he hasn't done anything all damn night, and they go, "Oh, geez, he got through. I forgot he was there."
I think it's very obvious to anybody that watched this game that Joey Bosa doesn't have much in the tank. I mean, the sack was good, right? Great. But for most of the game, Mario, he gets washed out of plays and he's just non-existent. But if he can get us 1 to 2 sacks every game, I guess that's good enough, right? You just want him to make plays in the backfield. But it does look like there's nothing left in the tank. Do you mind if I get to some of the star chats? We got
to get to a bunch of these chats. These people want to celebrate with us. We got to get better. Please subscribe and like to the show. Tonight's a good night to do it.
Yes, please. Roberto Castellan 999 says, "Bolt the F up. That Broncos offense gave me flashbacks. Joe Lombardi is terrible. It's BS how they don't call flags on number 10. Kudos to Roman. He found a way. F Fitzpatrick, by the way. I love this team so much." It's a lot there.
A lot there.
Not to digest.
I agree with all of it.
I forgot that Lombardi was on the other side. Yeah, screw that guy. Anybody that's not with us, screw them.
He's like Matt Nagy. Every time he goes too big for his britches, he sprints back to his daddy, and his daddy's Sean Payton. Matt Nagy's Andy Reid. They take care.
100%. That is a great call. Next one is Angie Barr 1999. Thank you so much. It's a sweet victory.
Wow,
my favorite win of the
Very
season.
Nice.
How do you guys feel the same way? Is this your favorite win of the year?
I think it's my favorite win of the year, and the win we needed most of this year. We really needed this win.
So that's what I was going to say. I think we really needed it. Most important, we got a higher seed in the playoffs from this. And most importantly, guys, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, I think we just took Sean Payton away from winning Coach of the Year.
100%. So. Yeah, no, you got to give it to Kevin O'Connell, right?
You have to now, right? What, he went 0-2. You can't go 0-2 in your division against a team that didn't win it and win Coach of the Year. You just can't do it. Especially at his pedigree with what he's accomplished. Yeah. He has to do more to get that.
Yeah, Sean Payton's not the Coach of the Year. No way. No shot. Now, what do you got next, Mario? Ryan Culpepper, $5 says, "Give one to Harbaugh. Timeout with 8 seconds left in the half. What the F? He earned his paycheck today, in my opinion. Bolt the F up." I'm glad he brought this up because Dave and I were watching the game, and we can all hear the broadcasters say, "Does Jim Harbaugh know the rules? Does he know you can kick it here?" And he didn't, right, at first, because he put Justin Herbert on the field, and then he figured it out, or somebody told him, "Hey, we can kick it here." He calls that timeout, and then he makes the kick. I thought it was huge. I mean, either Jim Harbaugh knew the rules or somebody told him the rules. I would have been pissed, right, if he would have thrown a Hail Mary there and we didn't get the 3 points.
I imagine he knew it, Dave, or there had to be someone in his ear going, "Hey, we just found a crazy loophole. We got to use it."
Dude, I don't think he knew the rules.
They got guys on staff that do that crap.
Dude, it hasn't been done since 1976. Honestly, God, I don't think he knew the rules. I think literally, I bet you his dad knew the rules. But his dad was on the horn saying, "Hey, tell my kid we got a free kick. Go take advantage of it."
Hey, Jackson.
Do you think Pops knew? Yeah, Jack knew what's going on.
Like calling the bullpen, Jack's on the phone.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Jim didn't know the rules. You can tell by his face he didn't know the rules.
Yeah, he definitely didn't. But I'm glad they figured it out. Next one comes from Sean Bergen, $4.99. He says, "I'm sitting in the Denver airport and lots of sad Bronco fans. Get wrecked, kids. Screw them.
Double bird them right now. But when you get on that plane,
if you get in trouble, blame us."
Yeah, go ahead. Just like what's that?
And tell them to
just like
to the pod.
Yeah, just like Will Ferrell said in what's the movie? Blades of Glory. "Get off your asses, Denver, and give me a standing ovation. Chargers won tonight." That's what you tell them.
This one comes from Sean Benford, who I think might be the wealthiest supporter of our show, $49.99. And
Love
Sean's
him.
kicking ass in fantasy football as well. He says, must win tonight. Hopefully we can get healthy these next 2 weeks. I'd call this a signature win to win in this fashion. We looked lost in that first half. Yeah, I think that's definitely the most positive thing. I think, Mario, that you have some extra time, right? Because it's a Thursday game. You have 10 days to your next game against a team that you should beat. And then you follow that up with another team that you should beat. Hopefully you have some healthy players heading into the playoffs. Like J.K. Dobbins is definitely the guy that's on top of our minds, right? Besides Cam Hart, J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, J.K. Dobbins is the guy we need. If Gus Edwards can play like he did tonight with J.K. Dobbins, we're going to be serious on offense. It's going to be great. What do you think, Mario?
I think that's what makes this win even more impressive is the circumstances headed into this game, right? We're on a short week. We just got our asses kicked by the Bucs where they just manhandled us. And honestly, man, it's not like a playoff team. And we face a divisional opponent who's riding high, who's red hot right now with the Super Bowl winning head coach. And they're coming into your stadium, and all they want is revenge on you. All they want is to beat the living snot out of you. And you get back, you get behind in this game, and then you come back and you overcome adversity. There's 3 different levels that they overcame tonight, Dave, to win this game. And I think that's what makes this thing so signature and makes it so great. And it's great that we have this much time to head into facing Jared Mayo and the Pats. And if you haven't been paying attention, Jared Mayo is coaching to not have a job next year.
He's struggling. All of a sudden, the Patriots are playing a bunch of close games, but they're struggling. We're going to get more into that Patriots game because we're going to be back, just so people know, next Tuesday. Okay, we'll see you next Tuesday. No show on Sunday, and we're back Tuesday 1:00, just to let you know. So
that's
at
Christmas
the same
Eve.
Time, are you busy Christmas Eve? When do you guys want to do a show?
Hold on. Christmas is on Thursday.
No,
Christmas is on Wednesday.
Wait, am I stupid? I'm stupid.
I hope not.
I'm stupid.
You guys tell me when to do the show.
I can do Christmas Eve, maybe like a morning show.
Well, Mario, what are your plans? Are you going to be back in Indiana?
Yeah. So we'll have to do it earlier.
Better after Notre Dame loses.
We'll go early. We'll go early on
drunk.
Thursday. Before Mario gets drunk, we'll do a podcast.
I'll drink during it. Actually, that'll be fun.
Go ahead.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, the editing.
We can do whatever we want. It's our show.
That's true. We're showing it now.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I was just thinking that Mario's back in East Coast time, so he'll be a little bit later for him. If you got stuff going on Christmas Eve, if you're going to go to church.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 4:00 I won't be able to do, but like a little earlier I can.
All right, we'll figure.
What are you making fun of me for?
I'm not. I'm just laughing if your mom says, "Mario, you're going to church. You aren't doing a show."
Oh yeah.
I think you make Mario to be more religious than he is. You always do this. I don't think he's.
I'm not the one that says Jesus 8 times a show. I don't know what you're talking about.
That just because you say Jesus doesn't make you religious. All right, let's get back to the comments here. What do we got next, Mario?
Oh, this is funny.
He said, "You guys." Nestor says, "You guys got Herbert on the podcast." Oh wait, it's Mario.
It's a good one.
We'll talk about the hair. Yeah, you could do it now. We can finish it up with the hair.
We can finish it up. We'll finish it up.
We got to talk about your hair. Yeah, we got a lot here. Uncanny Suit. Yeah, including myself. I'm shocked right now. Uncanny Suit 97 says, "Good win, boys." Dude, great win, man. This was a great win. Next one comes from O Slime Rustbucks. Says, Fitz is jealous of Justin's height. I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird that like an average quarterback for his entire career went after one of the top quarterbacks in the league, but whatever.
Yeah, he's like a likable. I like him.
I do too, but I mean, dude, how about just keeping your mouth shut? You played on every team. I mean, if you play Immaculate Grid, you could use him everywhere. Like, dude, you never had a place you could call home, and yet you're going to sit there and run your mouth. I mean, the thing that's most popular about you is 1, your beard, 2 is you went to Harvard. Enough, dude. Be smarter than that. You're embarrassing yourself.
Crazy that he never played for the Chargers, by the way.
Right?
How?
Because we always have guys that don't get hurt, typically, right? Our quarterbacks. He always goes for teams that have guys that get hurt.
That's true. If we would have backed up Philip Rivers, he would have never played.
True. Roberto Castellon says, keep an eye on number 44 for Penn State on Saturday, by the way. Okay.
Dog.
Oh, got it.
We'll be watching.
They do a QB sneak with him. Yeah. That's what they do on like their 4th and 1s and stuff. And he gets like 8 yards every time. Like, buddy's a body. He looks like he's been moving hay in, Wisconsin for years. Catch my drift.
Eddie Ramirez says, nice to see Bo Nix's smile wiped away. Can't stand Bo Nix. Obviously, I'm an Alabama fan. When he's at Auburn, couldn't stand him. I never liked Bo Nix. I hope he loses every game for the rest of his life.
Agree.
I can't
right.
stand Sean Payne, so I'm just happy to see him fail.
Jerson Lopez says they are the Donkeys, not the Broncos.
Tonight they are.
Yeah, tonight they're
they
the
are.
Donkeys. 100%.
Guess what I do to donkeys? I pin the tail.
Ricardo says Harbaugh coached the hell out of this game. I have no complaints with Jim Harbaugh. I think Jim Harbaugh was great tonight. What do you guys think?
Okay, a couple different things. So I don't know how much in-game coaching Jim does. Like, I know he really relies on his coaching staff, and there's nothing wrong with that. Basically, you facilitate, you go, this is your job during the week, you get this done. But when the game gets going, I think Jim listens to that headset to everything that's happening. But outside of some small plays here and there, I don't know how much. I think Jim is one of those guys that's more of a mindset guy, which is exactly what this team needed, especially after those last two losses. Like, it's tough to come back after being embarrassed on a short week against Tampa and then fall behind early. Of the whole mindset, of who has it better than us. We're capable. Yeah, we got a bunch of guys who are injured. Tony Jefferson never plays, but he's going to wear a chain like he's on his way to the Hall of Fame. I mean, there's some crazy stuff that goes on, but Jim's there for it all. And those guys believe in themselves, I think, because of Jim. Now, do I think Jim is a dumb coach? Like, is he basically Herm Edwards is just a motivator? No, I think Jim could coach every single position on the field, but Jim hires guys to do it. As a head coach, you can't do everything. I think he has guys in place that follow his system, and the players believe in him.
Love Jim Harbaugh. I love him. Next one comes from Gabriel Caldera, $5, says Chargers have announced they are the team to challenge the Chiefs in the AFC West. I agree, man. I think it's clear that the Chargers are the second best team in the AFC West right now. They have Justin Herbert. If you have a top quarterback, you're always going to be a threat.
Yep.
All right. Alana Moore, $5, says, y'all crack me up. Tonight was a bright spot to me having the flu, hashtag bolt up, hashtag natural thing. Alana, I hope you feel better. Oh,
absolutely. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I hope this game made you feel better. Yeah.
Sauna it up. Break the fever.
There we go. Next one comes from Stephanie Chamberlain, $9.99, says, this game honestly was everything. Herbert showed everyone what he's made of. Hobbled, passing to no one, using his legs to keep drives alive. And as an Oregon native and fan of Herbert, all freaking day. He was great. All day. Justin Herbert is so much more than what I want to say, pocket passing quarterback, Mario. He can run the ball. And when he does it, I love it. Makes the whole team better. The whole team gets like hyped when he runs the ball. It's great.
Sneaky
How many
athlete.
balls of tape did he have on those ankles? Sneaky athlete.
30.
Literally.
Good Lord.
Can we, one request of Herbert, when you hit the ground, let's practice getting up quicker. I hate how slow he gets up. It gives me a heart attack every time.
That's funny. When Gus Edwards was going for that long run, the whole time he's running, Josh is sitting right to my left. I'm going, don't fumble the whole time. God. And then when he hits the ground, he does fumble. I'm like, are they going to call that he hit the ground? Like, it made me nervous. Please don't turn the ball over.
Okay, I somehow they didn't show a review of that, right?
They didn't. It wasn't reviewed except for what Amazon showed in the review and showed that he hit the ground.
I was about to say, for some reason I didn't see it, and I was freaking out about that. I was like,
no, he didn't fumble.
Fumbled. Okay.
It just don't even put it to chance. Come on, hold the damn ball.
All right, what we got next? Cody Worth says, this is for Dave. For me being wrong on sending Herbert, these words taste great.
Yeah, there you go, Cody. Appreciate it. Takes a big man to sit there and do that. I do it all the time. I step in it, and then I go, man, I was wrong about that. But I always try and admit when I was wrong. It's all right. Cody, don't you feel good today? Imagine if they sat Justin and they lost. You would have said, hey, status quo, that's what I expected, but at least our quarterback's healthy. Guess what? Our quarterback's still healthy, and they got a win. Best win of the year. It was a great night.
Absolutely. Next comment. What do you got, Mario?
I'm just going to throw this one there. It's funny.
Serge says, Mario's haircut now makes you guys look like in sync. Haha. Dave is Joey. Josh Mario is Lance Bass. I don't like that. Can I want to be Justin Timberlake. I want to be Justin Timberlake. Why not? I'll take that one.
What's the other guy that's the this main singer with Timberlake?
I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm a Backstreet Boys type guy. I mean, to be honest with you.
I was in sync, dude. I thought Timberlake was sick. I was like, dude, this guy gets girls. He sings. Seems pretty tight. And then my brother goes, now you're gonna listen to 50 Cent and become a man. And I said,
That's it. No more
Literally.
98 degrees. When you got that 98 degrees tattoo on your right arm, what
I
the hell you doing?
I was like 6 maybe, and I told him that I thought Will Smith was the best rapper, and I was listening to NSYNC, and he broke the CD and goes, "I'm gonna show you something real," and turn on "Get Rich or Die Trying" 50 Cent. That's why I love rap to this day. That's why I only listen to rap. I was like, all right, from now on.
That's awesome.
Dude,
I love that.
Yeah, me too. I was a huge NWA fan. When Ice Cube came out for the World Series and I was there, it was one of my favorite moments of my life. It was awesome. It was awesome.
All right, Mario, what do you got next year? Matt says, love to see Harbaugh with the smelling salts in the fourth. That's our weirdo, right? We love our weirdo.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. You want to hear something weird about me, Mario? I keep smelling salt between the seats of my car.
Good.
Like when I'm driving and I'm like, I'm a little bit tired. I just open that thing up, move those toothpicks aside. I grab that smelling salt, snap it, and just put it in my face. I'm a smelling salt guy. You can buy a ton of them for like $20 on Amazon.
That was
not good for your brain, but I love it.
Was that on the Bama sidelines?
Dude, I was about to say it was on the Bama sidelines and it was in the weight room all the time.
Yep.
Like if a guy was struggling in the morning for an early lift,
no joke.
Cochran would get the smelling salt, just wave it in your face. You're like,
dude, it is no joke.
Yeah, that if you've ever had a smelling salt, wow.
I do it before I'm falling asleep driving. Like if I'm
Good.
long driving, I'm starting to close my eyes.
It's actually smart. Yeah,
we'll get you through a couple hours.
Freshman year of college, you had like one of your biggest parties the night before, like our first practice, and that's what like I remember getting there. I was like, bro, I don't know how I'm gonna do this practice. I got an hour of sleep, and someone just goes every 5 minutes, give Heron a smelling salt.
That works.
5 minutes.
It was a lot.
Has to be bad for your brain. Has to be bad for your brain.
Yeah, I mean, add it to the list.
What do you got next year, Mario? Jerson Lopez says celebrating late in Virginia Beach. 757 Charger fans. Let's go.
Love it.
Let's go.
All right, next one comes from Alexis. Says Big Dicker with the momentum going into the half. Y'all mother effers are great and love the honest critiques. Hey, we love you. Thank you.
I like the way Alexis talks. That's exactly the way we talk.
Yeah. Come on, Alexis. I love you.
Next one comes from Blaze 9999. Wow. Thank you so much.
Wow.
It says Herb is him. Him is Herb. God, this one feels good.
Sure does.
I love when Justin Herbert plays great on the national games. It just means that much more. It was awesome. It was great.
You know, we've gotten a lot of them, right? With the Chargers have gotten a lot of these national games. Obviously when the Bengals game was one where it was a little bit scary to say, man, are they going to hold on here, that kind of deal? But they've done okay, I think, on the national stage. You know, they got great uniforms. They got a great quarterback. They got a coach that everybody knows. We have not embarrassed ourselves on the national stage for the most part. We've done pretty good.
Yeah, we have been good. What do you got next, Mario?
I'm trying to find her. Oh, right here.
This Alexis again says Herbert nutted up for sure. He wanted that win. Yeah.
Yes.
He wasn't afraid to take hits. He made plays. I mean, he was awesome. Everything you could hope from Herbert, he was today.
I think my nuts got bigger just watching it. You know, it's like testosterone through the TV.
Hell yeah. The next one comes from Richie Farley. Says, Mario, did you get a haircut from Herbert's barber?
No, but shout out Sally at Posh in DC. If you're ever in DC, go to Posh, go to Sally. Let me tell you something, gentlemen and ladies. She does both. Excellent stuff.
Didn't you say somebody told you look like Ellen DeGeneres?
All right. Okay. So all
right. Next one's. I'm sorry, dude.
That was a good one.
I'm sorry. I stole that. I didn't even make that one up. Isaiah Francis 199 says, Dave, can you sing Jolly Good Fellow for us? Go ahead.
No, number one, I'm a terrible singer. I appreciate the donation, Isaiah, but I tell you what, if they win the Super Bowl, I'll sing it.
Okay.
I'll sing it.
Nice. I like that.
Okay. There you go.
All right, what do we got next?
I'll say right now, I don't know what you can do on YouTube, but if they win the Super Bowl, it has to be a drinking show. Like we got to be
getting tanked.
Okay.
Absolutely tanked. Yeah.
Ooh, be naked.
I might be. Yeah, we might all be naked. What's next?
Tomorrow be naked eating deviled eggs.
Got $2 from Ian. I don't think that's US dollars, but 2, whatever that is. I appreciate that. Thank you. Next one comes from Twisted Dame 44.99 says, I doubted the team. Glad they proved me wrong. We needed this win. Now I can actually sleep. Love the show, guys. Have a good night. Fitz is switching up now. Yeah, screw him.
Yeah. Good luck going to sleep, man. This is one of those, the game gives you so much adrenaline. Good luck falling asleep tonight. And again, I'll say it, when you wake up tomorrow, the first thing you think about is going to be that team winning. Completely made your next, 48 hours. You're going to be on cloud 9.
Yeah, hell yeah. Next one comes from Brian Stowe, $2, says prediction wins before the playoffs. 2-0. If you can beat the Broncos, you absolutely should beat the Raiders and the Patriots. That's what I think.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Agree with that.
They should roll them, actually. Roll them. Those teams have nothing to play for.
Yeah, they should.
Agree.
Next one comes from Ian. What is your favorite play of the game? Both the F up. My favorite play was definitely the pass to Darius Davis for the touchdown. I thought it was one of the best plays of the season. It was great.
God, you really took mine. I'm gonna go the run. I can't remember what drive it was, but the run where it looked like he was gonna like slide for a little bit. And he didn't do like the fake slide. No, but he kept running. He kept running for like over 20 yards. It set up a Gus Edwards touchdown. It was in the third quarter, I believe. That one got me a little bit because I was like, is he gonna go down? Oh, he's not going down. Okay.
I thought Josh was going to say the Joshua Palmer 2-point conversion. I thought it was the one you were going to call. The Darius Davis play was amazing because when the play happened, I'm like, oh, that's what my eyes went to, going, he's going to go to him and he's going to throw it over the top. But he didn't. He threw it in a way where only, he could catch it. It was a great angle by Justin Herbert, made a very catchable ball, which we talk about all the time, how important that is to throw a catchable ball. We saw Bo Nix kind of mess that up tonight, not throwing a catchable ball on a ball that was only a 5-yard pass. And yet he threw it a rocket, but it was above his hands instead of into his body. I tell you what, I'm going to go all the way to the kicker. I'm going Cameron Dicker's free kick, I think, gave us a little momentum. We went into the half saying we're within reach. If we do the right things, we have a chance to compete in this game. I'm going with that kick.
That's a good one. Very good one. What do you got next, Mario? Eddie Oliveira says, love the new look, Mario. Do we have more confidence in the offense moving forward in the playoffs? What do you think, Mario?
More confidence in our second half offense. That's what I have in. And more confidence in that Herbert can pull us out of those tight ones. Like I said, and like we've all said, this offense looks completely different, J.K. Dobbins, and we could get him next 2 weeks, Dave.
But he's back next week. They say he's supposed to be back next week, ready to go.
Hope so.
We'll see him in New England.
All right. Next one. What do we got, Mario? Mrs. Langley, 499 says, 1, bolt the F up. 2, love the show. Keep them coming. 3, shout out to my husband, Big Ant, who's at work right now, missing this big win. Let's go, Chargers.
Big Ant. Dude, I hope he recorded it for Big Ant. I don't know if he can record off of Amazon, but I hope he was able to see it. If he's a big Charger fan, that's a bad game to miss. Paying for those.
Dude, I hope my wife gives me a cool nickname like that. Like
Big Ant?
Yeah.
Like Big J?
Big J.
I was going to go Big Osh.
I'll take anything. Anything endearing. Yeah. What we got next here?
Yeah,
what's your middle name?
Henry.
Hammer and Hank Aaron.
What did you say?
Named after Hank Aaron.
Oh,
named after Hank Aaron, yeah.
JHP. I don't know.
It's not
I'm
very
shooting from the hip.
Yeah.
I'm shooting from the hip here. All right.
I've tried for years. There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
Sebi OG 499. One of San Diego's up and coming rappers. Appreciate you, Sebi. Appreciate you, all Charger fans. If you have any comments, please send them in. What do you got? What else you guys got? That was all the comments we had.
Man, I'm excited, man. That was a good win. I'm ready to close out. We saw a bunch of comments on the side. By the way, we read them all as the show's going. We're reading all of them. If you have a comment on YouTube after the show, as we say goodbye, we do go through and look at all those as well. We were trying to respond to every single one of them. Enjoy this win, I will say, man. Remember, when guys are playing on Sunday, Chargers already took care of business on Thursday, so kind of relax, focus on your games, and again, exciting time that the Chargers won this game. This was really, really big because you drop 3 games in a row and you're going, what the hell? And then even if you beat the Patriots and Raiders, you're going to beat the Patriots and Raiders. We knew we couldn't do anything against quality teams. And then to win against the Broncos, last home game of the season, so many things felt good about tonight's win. Even if they went out, guys, and won this game, let's say 22-0, okay? I don't think it would have felt as good as what we had tonight. Where basically our backs were against the wall, and you're able to come out and put together a win when you're definitely facing adversity. That was huge, man. That was great.
They proved a lot, like you said. The Chargers beat a team above 500, which they've struggled with all year, and they came back in the second half, something they haven't really done all year. They checked 2 huge boxes tonight, man. It was great. I'm on cloud 9.
Yeah, Ryan, don't test me, dude. I am reading them, just so you know.
You improved your not draft position, your playoff position as well. You know, you kind of put yourself in a spot where, all right, we could get a rematch with the Ravens or the Steelers, which I think is fantastic for this team. And, you know, I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. You took out Sean Payton for Coach of the Year. No, there's no argument anymore. What? Yeah. Bo Nix? That's pretty much your argument. Oh, he's made Bo Nix really good. You're that low on Bo Nix? You thought it was going to be that bad? Okay. Good for you. All right.
All right. And one thing also during the game, there was an interaction between a fan and Joe Ortiz, which I believe it happened, where the guy asked Joe Ortiz, "You're going to spend that money in the offseason?" He goes, "We're spending it." And then he does the money. Yeah. I was like, I love that. Okay.
I like that.
All right. Made me hyped.
Don't say that to Woody Johnson. He might give you a job.
Dude, that is a crazy story. We're going to get into that on Tuesday. Write that down. We're going to talk about what's going on with the Jets. It's the most amazing thing I've ever heard in the pro sports. We're going to get into that.
That was an article that, you know how they post like only like the best stuff like on social media and stuff to get you to read it? That was one of those where they couldn't post enough. Like I remember even reading, like I thought I got all the best parts and I was reading it and I'm going, no, I didn't. Holy hell. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Crazy.
All right. Any closing remarks, Dave?
No, I'm man, happy as can be. This obviously put a smile on my face. I know for all of us, already smoked my victory cigar. Might double down as soon as we do finish the show and say one more for the road, because I was waiting to see if that box even opened up to grab the cigars. It's been a while, but it was 100% worth it. The best cigar I ever smoked was the one I just smoked right now. That was awesome. I loved every minute about the second half.
Let's go. Bolt up.
Let's go. Bolt up. Oh, would you guys rate the haircut? 1 to 5. 1 to 10.
I like your haircut. I go 5.
What is it, Yelp? What's his 5?
Let's go.
What the hell are you talking about?
I give Sally a 5 out of 5. I said, Sally, that was good stuff.
Dude, did you see that?
Looks great.
Did you see that thing on Trevor Lawrence? How someone keeps writing to Trevor Lawrence like he's a girl and saying, "Hey, baby, how about getting in my DMs?" And then Trevor Lawrence goes, "Stop. I'm a man. Stop sending me D-pics."
God dang it. Stop doing this. You do this all the time. You get caught all the time. It's not real.
How do you know it's not real?
You get caught by that?
You don't know.
Yeah, I do know because you showed me.
You don't know.
And it's from Bob Menery. It's a parody account.
Oh, buddy.
This is your biggest weakness in life. You're going to be the person that's 80 years old that gets scammed out of their life savings because you don't.
I will not.
You're an Indian prince? Oh, okay. Sure. That's you in 30 years.
You say that.
This is going to save America. I want to save America.
All right, we got to get out of here. Please subscribe to the show if you're still around. Look, you're in a good mood. Just give us that. That's all we're asking. All right. So for Mario Heron, Josh Pele, I'm Dave Pele. We will be back we're aiming for Mario, hopefully Tuesday.
Hopefully Tuesday. And it's going to be, I'll be wearing my Christmas.
100% Mario's fault. Okay.
Ugly Christmas sweater day. And then I'll probably have a niece or nephew on my lap and a whiskey in my hand. So balls in your guys' court.
We'll be ready to go. All right. Thanks again to everybody. Please subscribe. For Mario Heron, Josh Pele, I'm Dave Pele. We'll see you for the next show. Go Chargers.
Sean Payne, you're a loser.